so great conversations occasionally. A lot of crazy stuff has happened, but it's funny as we sit here, I'll speak for myself. I don't remember any of the bad times, just the good ones. So, Spirit, believe it or not, started flying in 1983. I think it was called Charter Air at the time. And in 1992, it changed its name to Spirit. So we've been in the air since 1983. What is that? 43 years. And unfortunately, that's over. So thank you for your support over the years. And onward and upward, right? Go. God bless you all.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. So as you all have seen, a lot of people are reacting to Spirit Airlines shutting down on operation all at once. It's just something that happened overnight, and this has a lot of people reacting because now 17,000 people lost their job. That's really a serious economic impact on these people's lives. Also, Spirit Airline was considered like an airline that provided people like, you know, with affordable flights. And honestly, I didn't know people actually really loved Spirit Airline this much until this happened, because most of the time I was just seeing a lot of videos with people making jokes, you know, about the airline, but really I see how much people actually love it. Like after this happened, I see a lot of people are really hurt. Before we get right into this video and check them out, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
I'm literally crying that Spirit Airlines is shutting down. Like, I'm literally crying. Like, my children will know about Spirit Airlines. Like, you will not be forgotten. Like, you will not go down in vain, Spirit Airlines. Like, you will not. You got me from New York to Detroit for $34. You got me to San Juan, Puerto Rico for $79. I don't know. That's never going to happen again. That's never going to happen again. Spirit Airlines! No, you live on in...
Spirit Airlines has officially stopped operations, and honestly, I don't know who to blame. Is it the guy in the White House for starting an illegal war that then sent the price of jet fuel up? Is it the Spirit CEO who took a $4 million bonus in 2024? Who is to blame here? I don't know, but at the end of the day, 17,000 employees, 10,000 of which live in the state of Florida, have lost their jobs overnight. And it's not normal to find out you losing your job through an email that you get at 3 a.m. And then you got people at the airport that were supposed to be on a Spirit flight today, like as I speak, being told that their flight was canceled, not to go to the airport when they're already there, and that there ain't gonna be nobody for them to rebook. Who does that? Who does that? And the thing is, there's people that are saying, well, you know, Spirit's the ghetto airline, Spirit, blah, blah, blah. Spirit was an affordable airline, okay, for Black and brown people, for working class people, okay, to fly to and from where they needed to go, all right? Anything that is budget friendly or friendly for working class pockets is ghetto to the other side of the population, all right? People flying to see their family members, okay, in the Caribbean or other countries, going home, being able to afford it. We should have affordable flight options, and budget carriers like Spirit made Delta, United, and them lower their prices. And now with Spirit no longer existing, they can charge whatever they want to charge because there's nobody undercutting them. And we're talking about, oh, well, you know, profit. People should be able to travel.
So now that Spirit Airlines is done for, who knows? But what I do know is my resume will say that I have been a senior supervisor for about 5 years. I was the lead managing in sales. I was the lead managing in everything 5 stars. That was me at Spirit. I'm letting y'all know now, that's on my resume. If you see my resume, if I apply to any of these jobs, you can't really validate. So, and don't get me started on my time at Toys R Us. Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you guys, I just booked my last flight without even knowing that it was my last flight. I just landed in Indy and I got an email saying that my airline just ceased operations. I just left home. So I'm basically stuck in Indy. Been a flight attendant for 5 years. This is so surreal. I just booked my last flight without even knowing it was my last flight. As I said, I knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming, but we were kind of hoping that it never got to this. But it did. Anyways, but I flew my last flight being the baddest flight attendant that there is. When I tell you, this is new, like new shirt, new skirt, and my new heels. But I am officially signing out from being your favorite Jamaican flight attendant.
All right, y'all. So everybody's talking about Spirit, right? So let me tell you how Spirit really fucked us. Because not only did they, they shut down. So everybody that had flights, like, basically, they losing their flights. So what is really crazy about it is that if you booked with a credit card, you'll get a refund. Not immediately, but allegedly, you're going to get a refund. If you booked with credit, like if you book with a voucher or like points or something like that, they said you gotta wait till they go through the bankruptcy part. So that's gonna be forever. But the thing that pisses me off is I booked with my credit card. I booked with my Amex Platinum. So I should have got a full refund, right? But no, a week before my flight, they canceled. A week before my flight, they canceled my flight and gave me a voucher. Now, normally when Spirit cancels your flight, they rebook you on the next available flight. Did they do that this time? No, they gave me a voucher. So I had to rebook a whole nother flight. Totally different flight. Going from different airports too, because that was the only one that was the same amount as the voucher. Why? So now I'm not going to get a refund because I used the voucher. They set me up. They did that shit on purpose. They really set people up. I feel like they did that to a lot of people. So they don't have to pay people refunds. What a fucking scam.
Spirit Airlines is done. Here's its website right now. It says Spirit is winding down all operations and all flights are canceled. It's coming up on 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on May 2nd. It's Saturday morning. I'll read right from the website. Spirit says, it is with great disappointment that on May 2nd, 2026, Spirit Airlines started an orderly wind down of our operations effective immediately. To our guests, all flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. On its webpage here where it says guests, Spirit says Spirit guests should not go to the airport. Then it says for more information regarding your refund status, click through. It says here, while we are not able to help rebook your flight on another airline, we will automatically process refunds for any flights purchased through Spirit with a credit or debit card to the original form of payment. Guests who book via a travel agent should contact the travel agent directly to request a refund. So that means if you booked with the travel website, you should contact them. If you are on Spirit Airlines anytime in the near future, it's time to figure out Plan B.
Okay, y'all, so Spirit flights is literally canceled indefinitely. I had a flight for today at 9 o'clock in the morning, and at like 1 o'clock in the morning, thank God this time I was a late packer. I didn't get no sleep or nothing like that. They emailed me and it was like, oh, all Spirit flights are canceled immediately. We're gonna get y'all back your refunds, but that's it. We're not gonna pay for y'all to go to no other airline or nothing like that. So I'm just like, damn, like, what the fuck? So I immediately called my homegirl, like, bitch, my flight just got canceled. What the fuck is we gonna do? But I know I gotta be there for my homegirl, so I'm like, okay, let me just book another flight. I ended up booking for JetBlue, and that was cool. But the whole point of the matter is, like, some people don't know that their flights is canceled. So they come into the airport and they ain't got a flight. Lady in TSA had asked me what your flight number begin with, and I told her, she was like, oh, if it begun with so-and-so, you would have been canceled. Spirit doing people dirty. I'm like, oh shit, well, good thing I was up to see mine, because yeah, I got my motherfucking flight.
They shut down Spirit Airlines for real. Like, I'm pissed as fuck. And I know for certain is that Orange had motherfucker in that office for inflating this economy. Now, Spirit can't even afford a low budget. I'm pissed.
Okay, I had a genius idea. Spirit Airlines just went bankrupt, right? I'm the guy that flew Spirit Airlines for 24 hours straight. There's more than 250 million individuals over the age of 18 in the United States. Now, if we took only 20% of them and paid basically the average fare of a Spirit Airlines flight, which is somewhere around $30 to $40, we could buy Spirit Airlines. This is a genius idea. We nationalize Spirit Airlines, owned by the people. Airlines going. We make a new airline. Let's buy an airline. I should make a Venmo for this. Okay, so it's been about 2.5 hours, and y'all are really interested in all of us buying Spirit Airlines. So I made a website. It's called letsbuyspirit.com. Register your intent. I won't take any money. We're not going to use the Venmo anymore. That was kind of a joke. And we're going to try and, I guess, buy Spirit Airlines. Let's do this. You, me, I'm kind of autistic and I really like airplanes. So vote for me as CEO. Are we actually doing this?
Hi, good morning. It's Hunter Peterson, potential maybe future CEO of Spirit Airlines if this all works. I went to sleep after the website crashed and just woke up to insane. This is life? 3.4 million views here, 1.4 million views here. The boys show up with 100K. 227, 395, not even including TikTok right now. And I'm just like, oh my God, y'all are really actually showing up. Some things to know right now and what I'm working on right now. Okay, website's very broken. I built that in like an hour and like it's terrible. It's like not good. So if you're a developer, please reach out. Oh my God, I don't have any money right now. Again, trying to figure this out. 2, as soon as that's fixed, we're gonna turn on the pledges again. Because I have people reaching out to me from like CBS and the Wall Street Journal and like Huffington Post and also Fox and Friends to like talk about this. So if you're in PR, help. And then further, lawyers. Hi, do you have aviation experience? Talk to me. Last thing about this, look, I really want to run this on behalf of the people. I don't want to own this, but I do want to hire people who have aviation experience. Like if this actually goes through, if we're able to put together, say like money from, I don't know, venture capital on one side and their non-voting members, and then actually have the American populace, you know, come in with their pledges and show that those can be real pledges. Those are the people that should vote, not venture capital, not private equity. That's not how this should work. So what I'm saying here is for people that have like run airlines in the past or like been executives at airlines, DM me. Tell me what I don't know. Because look, I'm very passionate about aviation, clearly. I don't know what I don't know, so help me. Because like, I'm committing to this bit. You're committing to this bit, I'm committing to this bit. So let's go. Good morning.
I'm gonna try this again, and TikTok better not mute this video because it just muted the last one. They are trying to price you out of travel, and as things continue to go poorly here in the US, you cannot leave because they are pricing you out of travel. Whether it is by design or an unintended consequence of the ongoing war with Iran, Spirit Airlines has closed. Overnight, thousands of people got an email saying that they had no job this morning, and thousands of people who were on their way to the airport got an email saying, don't come, there are no planes and no one there to rebook you. Not only are we all going to carry the cost of Spirit Airlines closing because ticket prices are about to go up because a major competitor just dropped out, one that was affordable for so many people, but it is a major sign that our economy is tanking in a way a lot of us did not previously consider. And as much as people are joking about how terrible Spirit Airlines was and how wonderful it is that it closed, even though thousands of people have lost their job, a major affordable airline for so many people is gone. These people include Black and brown bodies who need an economically affordable ticket to travel. They're gone. Rising gas prices not only means that you now can barely afford to fill up your car, you can't afford a plane ticket either. And not only does that mean no more vacations or fun trips or visiting your friend who just had a baby, it also means that as things continue to go poorly, you can't go anywhere. So y'all can keep cracking your jokes about how terrible Spirit Airlines was, even though they've never had a crash before. But this is a major red flag for everyone. And we will all be feeling the brunt of this for a long time.
It's not just that Spirit Airlines shut down and left people stranded. It's that 17,000 people are now out of a job. And currently, the United States has virtually zero job growth. Since Trump has taken office, we haven't been making jobs. In fact, we've been firing people from government jobs through like Doge and like the green energy and infrastructure projects that they've been cutting. People have been losing those jobs. Electricians have been losing their jobs. Even my cat is outraged at this prospect. So it's the idea that now that 17,000 people are out of work, where are they supposed to go? And again, people are not understanding. Yes, Spirit Airlines was struggling. Yes, they got the bailout in 2022, all that stuff. But they were doing okay. What really pushed them over the edge was the war in Iran. Once the Strait of Hormuz was closed, those jet fuel prices went through the roof, and Spirit Airlines' model of keeping prices low could not compete with the price of jet fuel. It closed those profit margins way too much. But the problem is, this could happen to any company. Any external factor could affect their bottom line, where the profit margins are going to get so tight, there's just no point in staying open anymore. So Walmart could shut down, and Walmart's a major employer. If you look at Disney in Florida, Disney World could shut down, and they're a major employer in Florida. What happens if those companies shut down, just like Spirit? It's going to make a massive void. People aren't going to have work. There's nothing we can do because the administration's not making jobs. It's not about bailouts anymore, y'all. You see, my cat agrees. It's not about the bailouts, is it, huh? No. It's about, you have to have politicians that are stimulating economic growth, and we don't have that right now. And this is why voting matters. And this is why I said again, I'm worried about the stagflation happening, because all the markers of stagflation are now here. Y'all have a good day.
No other airline could I get off work on a Friday night, race to the airport with a tote bag, buy a last-minute round-trip flight, fly to Vegas for 2 nights, have a grand ghetto ball, fly back home on a Sunday morning, be ready for work by Monday for $89. Spirit Airlines shutting down is the end of an era.
How am I going to pay these bills? Because I just purchased a new home, South Georgia, so I'm 60, so I was hoping to retire another 2 years, because I have the 10 years feathered in, plus the company years, and I can retire. So it's like I'm just got to start all over again.
The sad thing about this is, this man at the start of this video, well, first of all, 17,000 people have lost their jobs and they didn't even see it coming. This man started out in the beginning of his video saying how thankful he was for the opportunity to work for Spirit Airlines. When the news reporter asked this man, how did you find out that you wouldn't have a job? This man said he woke up at 3 o'clock that morning and seen it on social media. The job didn't even have the decency to tell these people that, hey, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So they could be prepared. This man has just bought a house. This man is 60 years old. This man said that he don't know what he gonna do. He got to start all over again. 60 years old, close to retirement, and something like this happen is a life-changing experience. I don't know what to say about this whole situation, because it can happen to any of us. Any of us can go to the job right now and go to work Monday morning and it's over with. It's happened to me before when the economy went bad years ago. It happened to me, came to work, and boom. It feels like your life is just gonna fall apart because you got bills to pay and all this stuff right here. And at the time, I didn't even have a child that I had to worry about, but I still had me and I had bills to pay. But at the end of the day, y'all, every day, can't y'all see it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse? I mean, how we supposed to make it out here? These jobs, and I don't know, is somebody somewhere sitting at a desk somewhere? I'm just imagining in my head, I'm thinking in my head for a minute. Somebody at a desk somewhere just on their computer just thinking of what next to do and getting their kicks off or something, because I haven't seen anything good happen in the past few months. Every day you hear something bad. Every day you wake up to something else. If we ain't having people just losing it and unaliving people, you got people setting buildings on fire, you got people losing their jobs, you got people losing their homes, you got people can't afford groceries, you got people living in their cars. I talked about this early this morning when I put my video up, and now that I'm in my car and I see this, the first thing I felt like was so sorry for this man, 60 years old, didn't even see this coming. 17,000 people have lost their jobs. What they gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? But this is y'all saying that America was gonna be so great. Is it making America great when the middle class or the lower class or the people barely making it can't make it anymore? Is this how you making America great?
Spirit is shutting down, and that's going to widen the class gap. I don't care what you say about Spirit. Poor people deserve to vacation too. How the fuck they gonna get to Myrtle Beach? They ain't no Spirit Airlines. You feel what I'm saying? Like, poor people deserve to fucking vacation too. College students deserve a quick little flight. Like, them flights, being able to just grab a quick little flight and go and get there and come back safely, because let's also know that Spirit is the only airline that never crashed. So being able to grab a quick little flight might be a little ghetto, might be a little turbulence, but grabbing a flight and being able to go and come back safely, that shouldn't be a luxury for only the ultra rich. That should be something that everybody can do. Delta flights is $400. Let's just be clear. And bitches start at $400. People should be able to hop on a cool little flight, take a nice little vacation, and come home safely. But no. I'm not going to point fingers, but y'all know who administration shut down Spirit, because they did ask for a bailout. Yeah. Somebody in the comments on Instagram said they shutting down Dollar Tree. They is. They shutting down Dollar Tree. They is.
Alright, y'all. Do you know what type of economy we have to be living in for 17,000 people to lose their job overnight? There was no agreement for Spirit Airlines to be bailed out, and they closed effective immediately. Effective immediately. 34 years in operation. No incidents in 34 years. This was an airline that provided, cheaper tickets for families to be able to travel, for certain demographics to be able to travel, and overnight it's just gone. 17,000 people just lost their job in this economy. Do you know what that is going to do? I just need y'all to really think about this. Really think about this.
I'm in Florida right now, and I flew Spirit to Miami yesterday, and I just woke up to the text message that Spirit has literally shut down. So now I have to figure out a way to get home. That's a really, really great email to wake up to. Sorry, your flight has been canceled, ultimately. Okay.
Some people actually mentioned how they feel like other airlines are actually starting to take advantage of this shutdown, because they're actually starting to, really hike their prices up. It's sad that the one that provides, affordable cheap flights is now shut down. The way the prices to take flights these days are just absolutely insane and unaffordable. I don't know what to expect. Like, things are just not even being or turning out to be better at all. Like, things are just becoming worse, and it's really heartbreaking to see how 17,000 people just lost their job just like that. It's just constant layoffs. Like, people have been losing their jobs so much for the past few years now, and there's literally no job openings. And this just shows how much everything that's like considered affordable just keeps disappearing. Like, slowly and gradually, every single thing that we consider, oh, this is affordable, like, okay, we can manage, we'll be able to, like, pay for this thing and be able to at least get access to certain things. Like, if they slowly disappear from underneath us, and we will get to the point where we are unable to get anything. And that's just how serious this is, because the thing is, if it was like some luxury airline that's shutting down, okay, then to be like, oh, okay, they're going through some financial situation. But this is actually something that is like accessible for a lot of people who do not want to, who don't have the money to spend, like a lot of money to spend, and this is happening. So I just feel like it's bigger than this. This is how slowly we're going to lose every little thing that we consider affordable, accessible, and I don't know what we're supposed to do next. You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time, hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.